starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman is in the house again, and we've got a great show for you today. I mean, it really is top tier. LibertySwap, of course, expands Liberty Shield, and of course expanding out to BNB and MegaETH. So really key expansions there. Fantastic news. We're going to cover that, and of course we're going to be covering PulseChain markets, Richard Hart, and of course Hex seems to be one of the leading tokens on the upside today, along with some OG WebChef as well. So if you like your OG WebChef, that's some of the leaders as well today. We're going to check that all out. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget, as you come into the watching the show, if you're on YouTube, smash the subscribe button. We've been growing on all the YouTube channels, so if you're on Superman Crypto, hit the subscribe button. If you're on PulseChain X, hit the subscribe button. If you're on the Crypto Night Show, hit the subscribe button. We're on 3 YouTube channels there. Now, we're also on X, of course, rebuilding the channel. So if you want to hit the follow button at the top, that'd be really, really great. And, of course, don't forget to repost the show out as well. Let's get into it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we've got, obviously, we've had a bit of drama lately. We don't do drama on this channel there very much, but if at all. There's a few things out on the markets around P compound and things like that. P-die, there's lots of narratives around that too. So we're going to not talk about that stuff. But it's out there. It's out there. So you can go check that out on the in the community on X. Richard Hart, of course, posted a very interesting post about Pi, which is kind of interesting. And the P-die guys, P-die bros, have jumped onto that one. And so has PCock. Actually, PCock's jumped on that too. We'll see where that all leads. All right, so we're going to cover the stock market today. We're going to talk about the Fed meeting coming up. We're going to cover the crypto majors, talk about the Bitcoin. We're going to have a few insights into Bitcoin. Now, obviously, we often typically talk about the bullish aspects because all the big picture items are pretty bullish for crypto. But we are going to cover some of the challenges this year that will likely bring certain pullbacks during the year. Particularly in the middle of the year. So we're going to cover a little bit of that as well. And what else? So we're going to get into where the returns are at right now and a few other things like that. So, and also bullish outlook for the big picture with Bitcoin. We're going to jump into PulseChain. We're going to obviously cover the LibertySwap launches, pretty major stuff there happening for the Liberty Shield. And of course, then we're going to get into, we're actually going to cover another update for True DeFi. True 2X, and then finish off with something else. Something else there. All right, what's it doing there? All right, so we're going to get into all of it. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, without further ado, let's jump into it and go to the stock market first and see where we are at. We're going to make a few comments about this. Now, the title of this is a little bit misleading. The title of this says, S&P 500 slips to second weekly loss as Intel lead slumps. Well, actually, the market's actually closed up slightly. So 6,900 points. They're up 2.2. So it just managed to edge out slightly positive. I guess this article was written slightly early. And so, the S&P 500 did finish slightly green. Dow Jones, though, was down 0.6%, 285 points to 49,000. And then we had the NASDAQ there down actually up almost a third of percent, 65 points to 23,500. So NASDAQ there with all the tech companies looking really good. US dollar is depreciated again, down almost 1%, 97.28%. So it's a pretty decent decrease there. Moving to commodities, West Texas, $61.28. So oil has been rising the last couple of days, up 3.2%. Brent oil at $66, up 3.3% as well. Gold has been incredible, has it not? Gold there at $4,983, up $70 today, 1.4%. And if we look at the all-time chart high, of course, it's at the all very high. If we go to, say, the last month or even the last week, we are just off the highs right now. So we are witnessing gold, around 5,000 now. Obviously, gold's probably crossed 5,000 on certain places, but on here, the official one here, we've got $4,983. So pretty crazy stuff. And if we look at the last day, we were like teasing at there, $15 facing resistance at 5,000, but gold doing amazing there. Obviously, people talking about picking up a percentage of portfolio for gold as well. And silver there at the moment, $103. So silver has passed $103, guys, or $100, and that's incredible. We have been talking about this for the last 2 years at least, talking about this going to 75 to 125. We're now over the midpoint of that range, and it's $103. So congratulations if you're holding a bag of silver, or if you're queued up in a shop out of a silver gold shop. So that's doing amazing there. Up 7% today, $6.88. Now it isn't definitely, since it's been $75, definitely in the range of DCAing profits. If you've because a lot of people, when we were talking about it, it was down like $18, right? Remember, and then it faced resistance at $28. Once it broke that, it's up and away, right? But just take note of that. Now, obviously, when you get up to these prices rallies, you do get a lot of people talking about supply shortages and all sorts of stuff, shrinkages, but you still get that can be sometimes end up being misleading, because markets are based on marginal prices, and that can fall away. So just take note. Some profit taking is always prudent once it's done a huge rally. But we are still pretty bullish on where silver and gold are going. All right, so copper at the moment. Copper is also another huge story. Copper demand is required everywhere, guys. You know that. Copper is required for all the electronics, for the electrical networks, etc. And the economy is booming, right? So the U.S. economy is going to be heading towards 5% plus GDP, maybe 6% after the Fed's been changed. This is record GDP, guys. This is crazy stuff on the U.S. economy. This is the U.S. economy, the largest economy in the world, somewhere between $28-29 trillion, and you're growing at 5%. Come on, guys, that's massive. It is a really big deal. So copper is going to be huge, and so copper could be quite a good play as well. So let's have a quick look at the copper price. Let's go over the last 5 years. You can see copper price starting to rise as well. Probably going to continue to really rally there. So copper looking pretty good. And I know Brenton, our TA guru, likes copper. So there we are, Brenton. That's your gift. I talked about copper today. All right, so that's pretty cool. We did see obviously the Greenland settlement. This looks like a deal there. So that's like a no burger, and I didn't think I said it was a non burger, no burger there. That's nothing to see. And so yeah, that is what it is. It's required for security, guys. For those that are living in La La Land, it's the world's changing, guys, and China is got their 30-year plan to become number one. And I don't know about you, but I don't like authoritarian regimes that control everything, right? I don't like 1984, right? Don't like 1984. We got a number of things happening. It's not only China, right? We've got Russia still out there. Russia's actually, it's kind of weak, but it's not weak, Russia. And then we have India, right? India is completely, they're coming through the neutral zone through the middle, but they're actually completely imperialistic, right? So don't trust India at all. They're imperialistic, and so they're going to be a problem as well. All right, we got Intel at the moment, didn't do too well, but NVIDIA is doing very well. So NVIDIA there has got, looks like Chinese authorities are going to be allowing their chips, like Blackwell chips and things like that. Not Blackwell, but the one down from there, I think AI ones. Oh yeah, the H200s. It looks like they're going to be able to potentially purchase those. You certainly don't want to give Blackwell chips and things like that to China, because it goes into the military devices and all sorts of stuff. Then they try to copy it and all that sort of stuff. Now we've got the Fed meeting coming up as well. So the economic data slate includes the S&P PMI. So we're looking for that PMI data, right? Because we're not really expanding over 50. So too strong. So we've been like, was it 23 weeks or something? So we're waiting for that, because that's when we're going to tie that into crypto bull run. And it's very close, right? With the US economy starting to really pop now. It's really drive higher, I should say. That is looking really good. So waiting obviously for the manufacturing index to start taking off. We had all the things right last year from Trump's tax bill, around 100% tax expensing, all the factory investments and all that sort of stuff. It's really going to start picking up a pace. We're going to see all the fruit of that. We already started seeing it in the fourth quarter last year, third quarter even. So it's pretty positive. So looking forward to that to continue. So we've got the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index as well. These releases are unlikely to change the sentiment of the reserve meeting, though, which we're expecting a no change, right? No change, and that is coming up in a week's time. We're also going to have a new chair Fed, and that's obviously going to be announced very soon. He's already got the one he wants, and that's May is when Jerome Powell steps down. So that's kind of the backdrop there. And so, yeah, we're excited about that. All right. What do we got there? We've got a couple of people. Kevin Hassett. I don't think it's going to... Well, Kevin Hassett would be great, but I think he wants to keep Kevin Hassett for the economic side of things. He's a National Economic Council Director, a very good supply side economist. And of course, we've got BlackRock Rick Reeder. Don't think that's going to happen. Fed Governor Christopher Waller, maybe. And then Kevin Walsh, probably a maybe as well. So Kevin Hassett's clearly the better one there, in my view. But probably one of the other two there, one of the other governors probably may be chosen. So we'll see. All right, let's check out the when that is coming on the Fed Rate Monitor. So commodities still steaming up. Stock market looking okay. We got the Fed meeting in 4 days and 20 hours on the 28th of January. We're expecting a no change in interest rates, and that is the case all the way through to the end of Chair Jerome Powell's leadership. And then we get, obviously, the first one after the new chair will be the June one, and that is 45% of the market expecting a 25 basis point cut. But I suggest to you that will probably be pushed to 50 basis points under the new chair. And that has a lot, obviously, there's a lot of presidents in there. I can't remember things about 20 or so, is there? 18 to 21, something like that. And so, yeah, we're expecting that to be swayed. And I expect it may end up being a 50 basis points because we're seeing, real inflation looking lower, like True DeFi, True inflation, which is another indicator of inflation, is showing inflation much lower. I'm just trying to remember the number now. I think it's 1.2% or something. And the median inflation rate is about 1 point? I just can't remember the median. Median's much lower. So then the sort of official inflation rate around 2.7%. So I think that's, we've got 3.75. We're 1 percentage point ahead, and that should be closer to 1-to-1. So I suggest the middle of the year could be, even though it might be volatile, we could see a game on event there following the interest rate cuts there. So that is the play on the old economic data. All right. We've got a couple of people in the chat there. We've got Sean O'Malley. Good to see you, Sean. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We've got Prairie Banana. G'day, g'day, g'day. Hey, good to see you, Prairie Banana. If you haven't checked out Prairie Banana on PDC The Greys, he's kind of the man on that space. So go check him out. Does a great show and a great analytical breakdown of PDC The Greys, one of our top protocols on PulseChain, the first DAO token. A big shout there, Prairie. Keep up the awesome work. Work for Crypto there says, I wonder if the US will see the vulnerability of not having the metals house and consolidate with withering. Probably not. Probably be okay. That's my guess. Trump won't let any other country holding too much of those precious metals. Well, you can't really stop much of that. All that stuff's already played out, isn't it? Especially with brick countries. What else there? I think Morgan Stanley controls a lot of the warehouses, I thought, from memory. We got Mikey in the house there. Hey gang, good to see you, Hexcavator. Big shout out. All right, so let's move on into crypto majors. Let's jump over to the crypto majors here. And in New Zealand here, we've gone from having like 6 to 8 weeks of sunny weather to like the last week or so, quite large stormy weather, and we've still got quite a few days ahead of us. So it's been quite a contrast there. So it's been pretty crazy. Still got rain coming. All right, so we got the total market cap right now, 3.1 trillion, up 0.2%. We got Bitcoin right now is pretty flat at $89,429. Let me just refresh this. Everything looks zero there. I'm not sure if that's okay. It was stuck in the matrix there. Bitcoin there up 0.4% at $89,562. Ethereum up 0.3% at $2,953. Number 3 is BNB up 0.4% at $891. XRP at number 5 is down 0.2% at $1.92. Number 7 is Solana, down 0.4% at $127. Tron at number 8 is down 3.3% at 29.7 cents. And finally, number 10 is Doge, up 0.6% at almost 12.5 cents. So those are the top 10. Best performer looks like Doge, doesn't it? Doge at number 10, up 0.6%. Best performer over the last week is, it looks like Tron, only down 4.3% compared to the worst performer, which is Ethereum, down 10.3%. So there we go on Ethereum there. A chance for an entry into Ethereum. Top 100, let's have a look at that. So top 100 right now, we got Canton up 22%. We got Pax Gold up 8.8%, and Tether Gold up 8.7%. So all of the tokenized gold there. We got Quant at number 4 up 7%, and Rain up 5% there. You got to say that little emoji is quite cool with the little rain thing there, quite active. So those are the top performers in the top 100. Top 1,000 performers, we've got Akerast, Kayuzo Friends, and Kaya. Kaya there are the best performer in the top 1,000 right now. Trending overall, Seeker, Rain, and Tom Lee's favorite, Pudgy Penguins there. Pudgy Penguins. Right, so that is the crypto majors. Let's jump over to the Bitcoin chart here on Coinbase. And we got the price at 89,519. The 12-month moving average is at 65,754. So we're almost, about $24,000, I think, around above the moving average. And we're kind of looking good up here, aren't we? Kind of looking good. Getting ready for that next move, are we? Looks like it. So that is the monthly. Let's go to the daily. I've got on the wrong chart here. Let's go to the daily for the old Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now, we got that death cross all the way back from the 16th of November. So that's playing out. How long have we been in that? Some time. We've been in that for 68 days. So we're coming up 2.5 months. And we're looking forward to that moving up there. So let's see what February can bring. January's had a good start to the month, and looks like we might end up green. So can February really give us a nice double-digit gain? And we'll get rid of this golden cross and game on for February, March. Let's see. All right, so that is the Bitcoin. Let's come over to Ethereum. Ethereum right now on the monthly is $2,956 on Coinbase. The moving average is 2,553, so we're sitting nicely here. And I think, like I say, I think Ethereum, out of a lot of the asset classes, has been an asset and cryptos within, is the one that's really set up for a massive run. Like this thing is kind of one of the last ones to be kept down. Just like if you're looking at the stock market where energy companies might be, rotated into, well, I think Ethereum is probably one of the ones that gets rotated into, because obviously stock markets generally have rallied pretty well. AI's rallied well. Magnificent Sevens rallied well. Commodities have rallied well, and so we might see, things like energy, copper, Ethereum be the rotations, right? Get running into there, and of course altcoin season following suit. So it's kind of the lay of the land there. Let's go to the daily now. Go to the daily here and see that we've had our death cross. This was about 8 days later, wasn't it, after Bitcoin? And so let's see how that's going out now. Not a little smiley face, but let's see how the ticking away. So we're currently 60 days into this, so 2 months. Let's see whether we can get a turn up there for February and March. We're going to have a look at the returns so far, but that's kind of where we are. So let's jump over to Bitcoin returns and see how the returns are going. Well, apparently we're, let me do a refresh here just to make sure we've got the latest and greatest. Not that that probably changed too much, but let's have a look. So we're at 1.9%, almost 2% up so far for January. So, nice little green month there. We'll take that. Look at 2024, we were up just over 0.5%. And then we saw February and March up 43 and 16%. So if we get something like that happening, that'd be pretty groovy. Looking at Ethereum, we are up 0.8%, or we're down 0.8%, almost down 1%. So let's hope we get the same thing that happened in 2024 coming up as well for February, March. That'd be pretty groovy. So that is the returns at the moment. Looking at where some of the outlook for Bitcoin, 15 years of history tells us Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. And of course, we think that everything's lined up from, generally fiscal policy, world trade reordering, economic policy, monetary policy with a little bit of a lag, a little bit of a stop there for the first half of the year. But monetary buying, of course, we're seeing a lot of buying starting up. So yeah, that is we're set up crypto policy. We've still got the Clarity Act moving forward. It's really going to be crazy, and I think the U.S. government and more states and sovereign states investing in crypto along with institutions, right? So it's just going to be game on. Well, after that, the Clarity Act has gone through. It's just going to usher in a flood of money, and we already see the banks and other people jumping on board. It's a existential threat, they say, some of the banks. So it's game on, guys. Just got to be patient, let it play out, but it's looking good. And one of the comments I made was that with AI and other stuff, work's going to be a lot more challenging. But because you guys are all here now, in crypto, you won't have to work, and you'll just make the mad gains off the crypto. So you're here at the right time, right place, and the magic money is about to flow. You just got to be in the right assets. You make sure that you're in the right assets there. All right, so that is a pretty cool chart, and of course you can see the business cycle down the bottom here, and we're down at the bottom, of course, and then you've got the Bitcoin history. So we're looking very, very good for that next sort of upward chart here on the bounce. So we'll go better bounce to the up and to the right on the business cycle, and the crypto market will go ballistic. All right, so that's kind of cool. The other thing that we've noticed as well that's helping the Ethereum theme within that crypto, Bitcoin crypto theme is the amount of ETH that are off exchanges. So we're down at 16.4 million. When the strategic ETH reserves like Tom Lee we started buying it, right? We were up, really high, maybe towards 21 million, and now we're down at 16.4 million. You can see that that's just going down, and we'll probably have another leg down soon, is my guess. Tom Lee's still got to buy another 1.8 million, and then we'll see what happens with the other strategic ETH reserves, because they've made a lot of comments, but they sort of stalled out, didn't they? A lot of the rest of them, and I can't remember which one it was. One of the big ones there ended up selling a little bit too, so we'll see what happens with the rest of them. But that's kind of the play right now. And Mr. Beast, right? Tom Lee in there buying Mr. Beast, and they got an app coming soon. What will be on the app, guys? Mass marketing to the masses through Mr. Beast. We shall see Ethereum there. Imagine that. That is Mr. Beast is really the final leg to mass adoption. 1 in 3 of people on the internet watch Mr. Beast at some stage, and he gets 250 million views per video. So you're looking at 500 million people there. Let's say 3 billion on the internet. Of course, that's going to grow with Elon Musk, right? And education further with the satellite systems and things. 9,300 satellites now Elon Musk has got for Starlink. So the world's getting it now. With of course the internet going to lower IQ levels of the world. Let's say we get more scams. We get more scams, unfortunately. But that is the world. That is the world. I mean, just think about AI now. I mean, are you really watching a girl on a TV, or is it some guy sitting in a little house or something? It's going to be a pretty crazy place, guys. It's going to be pretty crazy. All right. So that is where we are right now. I don't know how we got to that from Ethereum on exchanges, but hey, that's what we do. All right. So there we go. Now, obviously, we're very bullish about all the things. We've got everything lined up, but there are some challenges that can correct markets on the way. So the uptrend's in place, but we have corrections on the way. And Tom Lee, who's obviously one of the bulls, is got a few here that he's listed. So he's got the Fed transition. So obviously transitioning to a new Fed from Jerome Powell, and that will probably typically takes about 3 months. So we've got May, then we've got April. We're talking about February. Probably February we'll get an announcement from Trump on that, and then that will process out. Then the market will kind of have a bit of a testing of the Fed chair as well. So we'll see how that plays. Policy uncertainty. Now, in regards to this, he's really talking about the White House with policy. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, we know that Congress is supposed to do a lot of laws and stuff, but these days a lot of that's moved to presidents, isn't it? With executive orders. Policy uncertainty. And so, who do they back? Winners or losers, that sort of thing. Tariffs and policies. Obviously, Trump likes to use tariffs to shake the market. Now, people fall for the same thing all the time, but Trump, if you remember, he wrote the book Art of the Deal, and in the Art of the Deal, it's you got to make your opposition in terms of negotiating unsettled, and so Trump does that all the time, right? And his favorite tool is tariffs. Because that really gets people going, right? Really gets people going there, and it works like a charm. But he's also always making the deals in the backgrounds, right, to get things done. So Trump, there, you hear the same people. Oh, what's he doing? Blah, blah, end of the world, market correction. But actually, it's just Trump there, putting the pressure on and getting deals done. Mid-year market drawdown. So this is if we are going to have a drawdown, this is kind of where Tom Lee thinks it might happen in the mid-year there. So just take note of that, and we'll see how we progress. This is his views. Obviously, he's one of the better projectors of markets, but getting exactly everything right and timing, it's a hard thing. His point is clear: markets don't crash from bad data; they wobble when regimes change. About that. So there are a few other ones that we've got. Of course, we've got the Supreme Court around the emergency use of tariffs. We've got any potential government shutdown from the Dems trying to play that stupid game. Hurt Trump and the economy. They don't mind burning a couple million people in some an economy and stuff. They're capable of doing all sorts of crazy things. So we'll see how that all plays. Obviously, we've got the midterms elections at the end of the year as well. But of course, with Trump's economy humming, that should end up being a pretty good outcome. And of course, with the America safer, America more prosperous, that's probably looking pretty good in my view. Recent polls I've seen have looked generally pretty good. A few Democrats have won certain state things. I think we saw one the other day. I can't remember what the one was. It was Tennessee or somewhere. I can't remember now. But they put in corrupt laws, to rig the elections again. So that's what you get from the old Democrats. So Americans have got to fight back, push back there on that. We've got to work for crypto in the house there. Accumulation time. It is indeed accumulation time for crypto. All right, so that is our general crypto news and insights. We're going to jump into a PulseChain, and we're going to lead off with the founder, Richard Hart. And why not? Why not, they say. Why not? Richard Hart has generally been very active. I think we can all agree, which is a very good sign. So he's also been talking about growing social media and impact like that. Of course, I think we all agree that his best method of growing is just video, live streaming, doing videos. That seems to get him a lot of engagement. So his last video that he did got 2.4 million views for that. So yeah, let's see how he goes on moving forward there. All right, so let's see what he put out over the night. Mr. Richard Hart. He says, how pi is 3.14159.265.359. What's the world record for that? It's about 20,000 digits or something. Someone can remember 20,000 something. And it goes on forever. Well, that's because your number system has 10 digits in it. If your number system was in units of pi would just equal 1, but 1 wouldn't be the one. I'm sure some nerd somewhere already put this away better. Probably Terence Tao, Terence Tao, the prime guy. But basically, your number system doesn't have to have 10 digits. Now, obviously, the PDIs guys have picked that up, so you can go check out their comments on the old commentary around pi. But of course, PCock picked it up as well. 1 PCock equals 1 PCock. That was pretty funny. So yeah, we got good old Rhinify. Big shout out to those crew. What else? We got Fast Abdul. I wonder how many people are spending all day trying to connect this to unrelated things. PDI bros. PDI bros. Yeah, that's funny. It's funny. Up only, says Sean. Up only indeed. So yeah, we got Somi here. I'm not sure what he's saying here, but so he's doing his thing with the old pigs for the PDI. So yeah, Pi's great. So we've got lots of that going on there with the old Richard Hart. So that was a bit of fun there, and we'll find out exactly what he's talking about at some stage. All right, let's get into the PulseChain market. So we are ticking very close, guys, to 1,000 days. PulseChain, of course, a full system state copy of Ethereum, launched a couple of days later. That was on the 10th of May, 2023. Launched 3 days later on the 13th of May, 2023. And here we are, 987 days later. We got Pulse price at the moment at 0.000147, and I'm pleased to report it's green. Thank goodness. It is off a low base, but still green. 2.89%. And PulseX at the moment 0.0111, and that's up 4%. The buy and burn is sitting around 8.4%. I'm not sure why it keeps moving around there. We've got INC at the moment at almost 59 cents, 4.5%. And we've got Hex on PulseChain up 5.9% at just below quarter of a penny. EHEX at the moment is at 0.0087, and the combined price of EHEX at PX is at 1/3 of a penny, 333. Let's jump over to the gas prices. 240,000 beats, pretty normal sort of territory. 1/10 of a penny for a PulseX swap. Validators at the moment 50,157, pretty much the same we've had for 5-6 days. And the bridge 76.7 million, so we're up from yesterday. So that's good news. So we're up about $1 million, something like that. So that is good news. And of course, EHEX there picking up as well. All right, let's go to the markets. We're at the bottom of the range on the market. We are still coming off the Friday in the US, Saturday here in New Zealand. But we've got $4.2 million in volume, 518,000 transactions. The world's greatest PDI printer, OG WebChef, is up 23%. So OG WebChef dominating the top 5 spots. 23% for world's greatest PDI printer. We've got a dominance there up 16% at number 2. So there we go. Those are on the move. SCADA there from Nick the Supply up 11% as well. Liquid Loans is popping ahead there up 10%. We've seen a little bit of life from Liquid Loans lately, haven't we? Up on the leaderboard here. Had a nice little pushback coming off the bottom though, but still doing there. Let's have a look at the pulse ratio. Go to the should we go to daily? Let's go to daily, and still holding up relatively well on the ratio there for Liquid Loans. Obviously, that takes Pulse as a collateral for Liquidy Fork. Coming after that, we got 8 and 9 as a troper from James Maria, and you guys know I want to do a coverage of James Maria stuff, but it'll probably be either the first or second week of February. Probably when I get around to that, maybe the second week. I'm trying to do it as soon as I can, but that's probably the play there. So we're up 9% or so. Pepe at number 10. So we've got a meme coin there from Pump Tires, up 9% right now. So this is the top 10 right now. OG WebChef dominating. Liquid Loans, SCADA from Nuke the Supply, and a troop of James Maria, along with Pepe, are the top 10. Moving down further below the top 10, we've got RSI Oversold, up 7.7% for Investor. The grandparent of OG WebChef, $1.71, is up at 7.5%. We've got Mafia Coin there from Rack and Rochelle, up 7.25% at 70, just below 71 cents. And then Hex, of course, which we've got in the title video, up 6.7%, leading the way out of the Richard cause. And of course, we have called this, probably the better one that will move with smaller liquidity and probably less whale pressure, although it's slightly to be seen. We do know that I think there's got a whale tranche up there, isn't it? But of course, you can buy through that. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Super deal for the old Hex volumes. We've got Reserve Tay at number 18 there, so 6.4%. So James Maria, Doubt Token 21, up 6%. And then we get into number 24. We've got PCock up 6% at the moment, just around about 1.8 cents at the moment on the old PCock. But let's go into the ratio for that at the moment. Let's go to the ratio for PCock and see how that's performing given the news that we've got today, right? Given the news today. And let's have a look. So we're at 12.19. It's had a range of about 1,300 and I guess support somewhere between, let's say 1,100. So it's kind of in the middle of that range there, consolidating, and is typically what we've seen it do, right? Consolidate and then roll out stuff, and then maybe a week or two later, it then pumps again to another level. So we'll see how that goes this time, but certainly looking very bullish. All right, so that is a little PCock. We're going to come back to the news for LibertySwap in a minute, but we'll just finish the markets off first. Dark token number 25 up 5.8%. ALGO Hex derivative, because Hex is on the move, so ALGO up 5.55%. How about that? 5.55. We got what else we got coming down a bit further? We got Teddy Bear from James Maria up 5% as well. Coming down further here, let's go down to number 39. We got Liberty up 4.4%. Let's see, Zendog tied into PCock. Number 43 is up 4%. Zero tied into PCock as well at number 45 is up almost 4% there. Curve at number 48 is up 3%. We got PDC the Greys there, so that is up 3.2% there. Let's have a quick look at this chart since we've got Prairie Banana and House there. And let's see what that looks like. So 000 1100. Let's go to the pulse ratio. Yeah, had a nice little rally, didn't it? This is weekly charts, by the way, weekly candles. Had a nice little rally in there, just taking a bit of profit there. Could put a little fib on that, but yeah, probably want to hold on to where it is right now. It has got this, previously previously support back here in April. It'd be nice if it can hold this where it is right now, and then try to move up again, right? So that's kind of where we are with the old PDC. Let's put the RSI on here, right? Let's put the RSI. See what that looks like. We're going weekly, of course. We're at 47. So let's see what the daily looks like then. And we're at 44, turning up a little bit there. Yeah, so a nice little defense, anywhere between 7.4 ratio. So just what kind of around where we are right now would be quite nice for the old PDC, the Greys there. All right, so that's kind of that. Let's scroll down. Number 54, we got V Pulse there from Vouch. Vouch, of course, is our top validator protocol. And that's up 2.6% there from Jexa, isn't it? Jexa's the guy. Australian guy, very smart guy, excellent communicator, and great setup there with the Vouch. What else there? We got MoonX. Pump Tires Diet, number 55, up 2.5%. We got MoonX at number 56, up 4%. And let's scroll down a bit further here. So we've got Sparta at number 58, up 2.25%. GoPulse at 5.7%. That used to be double that price. Remember that? It used to be around like 10, 11 cents. So that's down about half. Obviously, PulseChain's down and all that. But Swarm at number 60, up 2%. So those are kind of where we are right now with everything over 2%. We've got Top Hat down here, 1% there. Let's scroll down all the way down here. So we got 79 coins out of the top 100 on the default trending view for Dex Screener in the green right now. I guess anything over about 2% was it? So we've got about 60 coins doing better than Pulse, approximately. So that is the play. Moving down a bit further afield, we've got Mafia from Jacob. That's got to be launching soon. I keep saying that, but it must be getting pretty close. 9mm, the second biggest DEX. We've only really got two main DEXs. 9mm is down 0.25%, probably underpriced. We'll see that probably reverse pretty strongly. Pump tires there made a bit of a pump yesterday. Remember that on the news from Richard Hart and the upgrades of pump tires, but it's down 3.5% right now. And that has come off the bottom, hasn't it, for the old pump tires there. PDC Gray, some other peers down here as well. And we've got P Tiger from Crypto Tiger God down 2.5%. The big loser is StakeETH down 7.5%, and UFO from the looks of it. Let's go into UFO quickly. The UFO on the bottom there on the old price, but has contributed, I think, about 1.5%, if I remember rightly, to the PDC burn. Perry can correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I think that is the number. It is we're just below 9/10 of a penny for StakeETH after the big pump. Big market maker came in there, pumped this up, and there we are, just under 9/10 of a penny right now. All right, I wanted to, before we get into LibertySwap updates, I want to go to check out the drama around PDI and Rat PDI, right? It's not drama, but we're going to check. Let me just get out of there. That's not what I was trying to pull up. Pulse coin list. Let's go to liquidity. And we can see we got PDI at the moment down 24% for the week, up 7% today. So yesterday it was down quite a bit. I think, was it 15%? Now it's up 7%. At 1/1700th of a penny right now. So that's kind of where it is. Let's have a quick look at the chart briefly. And the old PDI. Now, PDI to $1 narrative, it needs a catalyst for that, right? It needs to be able to, be collateralized and taken off the market and all the rest of it to get that PDI. Needs a mechanism for that. But regardless of that, it has one of the biggest communities on PulseChain, right? And some of the biggest influencers covering it. And then, of course, you have split camps around that. But that is kind of where we are with that. Let's go look at the monthly price. That's the monthly price right now. Let's log that though, so you guys can see just the log price there. So it kind of is at the bottom of this range there. Got some sort of ugly head and shoulders, perhaps. That is the PDI sitting there right now. Let's have a look at the other one, which is a wrapped Bitcoin, right? So is it down here? Yeah, so Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin 250. Now, I got asked about this yesterday. It was at 240 and then it pumped to 260. And of course, the pulse pair has been removed, right? So some defense there from the pulse. So the pulse pair got removed. And so there are other pairs, but the PDI pair kind of is in there. And it's still holding 250. But apparently, if CryptoSolve was right, there were some bad actions there. So let's go pick up CryptoSolve just before we move on from this topic around PDI, wrapped Bitcoin. So CryptoSolve, CryptoSolve. Where's the guy going? CryptoSolve. I hadn't prepared this, so that's why it's not up. I haven't prepared this today. Hey, nice to see CryptoSolve doing some articles there. Yeah. So I don't know if you're out there, but I posted 2 articles yesterday. A big shout out to MVS Crypto. He sort of picked it up first that we all had access apparently to do articles. So you'll probably see a bit more articles coming out from people in the community. Nice to see CryptoSolve doing some stuff there. Let's scroll down here. The wrapped Bitcoin whale there started dumping wrapped Bitcoin again 2 minutes ago. So there we go. So some word about there. So let's talk about wrapped Bitcoin, and the new comp admin. And so he just breaks all that down. I'm not going to go through that now, but you can definitely check it out on CryptoSolve if you want to go and see it. So that's his name handle on X is CryptoSolve, SOLV, and you can see all the stuff there. But nice breakdown there. And so someone asked, is it a good play? Well, it's speculative play, right? It's definitely gone up since we talked. But take note of what so-called benevolence dumping into that. So good money going after bad is not a great thing. So take note of that. If we do see any bad behavior, you want to pull all the liquidity, right, so that it's not a drain on the chain. It's generally the rule, right, so that we can move up and not have money bridged out of PulseChain, right? All right, so that's pretty much play. But hey, look, let's get on to the bullish news. And that is a LibertySwap. This thing, I call it the Kraken on PulseChain because it's such a big deal for PulseChain. It is just building out a massive privacy DeFi ecosystem. It's just amazing, multi-chain. So it's really amazing. So they're doing a great job. So let's get into the breakdown. So 19 hours ago, they had the first news flow. We're excited to announce support for MegaETH. So it's a chain. MegaETH has quite a big following, 200,000 followers there. Real blockchain there, or applications level leverage extreme performance. And so Liberty Shield, which is one of the LibertySwap products in their product suite, they have expanded to MegaETH. And they're also on, I think, one of the special developer crews or something like that for MegaETH as well as LibertySwap. Shield ETH and wrapped ETH on MegaETH and merge directly into Railgun's Ethereum mainnet anonymity set instantly and private there. So pretty huge, big deal there, MegaETH to Ethereum. So that was kind of cool. And you can see the Shield product there and the ETH and ETH to Railgun. So ETH from MegaETH to ETH Railgun on ETH. So there we go. Awesome stuff there. So kind of cool. MegaETH is a fast, scalable, Ethereum-compatible network designed for a real-time execution backed by Vitalik Buterin. Kind of cool. ETH, MegaETH, ETH, wrapped ETH, PulseChain, and PulseChain assets are coming soon. So note that that's another product rollout and expansion from LibertySwap coming from MegaETH to PulseChain. So we've done MegaETH to Ethereum, and now MegaETH to wrapped ETH is coming, and PulseChain assets as well. So that kind of pretty exciting, that bridging into MegaETH. So expansion continues. Our tentacles are going further, and that's bullish news, right? Trading on Ethereum will be more tightly connected to PulseChain than ever before. Isn't that awesome? All right, so some good stuff there coming from LibertySwap with that announcement. But wait, there's more. There's more, they say. Now we're gonna get into this stuff. So there is obviously a new product coming out around ZKX, but I just want to do the announcements right now. So let's jump into the next one. So the next announcement was 16 hours, so it was 3 hours later. We are also excited to announce new special routes that allow users with shielded railgun balances on BNB chain to privately swap into any PulseChain assets using our private mode. BNB and PulseChain are friends. So there we go. That was from the team there. And they said, we're excited to announce that Liberty Shield now supports Railgun on BNB. Users can shield and unshield USDC and wrapped ETH on BNB into Railgun through our protocol. Once shielded, assets can, number one, stay private in Railgun. Number two, be bridged to other blockchains secretly. Number three, swapped into other assets privately. And number four, exchange with Railgun balances on Ethereum. There's a major milestone for BNB, which has lacked a strong usable privacy solution. We'll be expanding aggressively on BNB chain in the coming weeks. So more coming there, folks, with the team. So awesome stuff. And you can see there on the snapshot there, USDC BNB to USDC Railgun BNB. So that is looking pretty good. When Arbitrum, apparently they're going to try and expand next week to Arbitrum. So that's pretty cool. Kind of cool. All right, so they've got a few little things there. We're not going to read all the little comments today because we just want to get into the main announcements. But it is. So MegaETH and BNB, guys, major expansion there for the Liberty Shield. And then, of course, they just had to tease us a bit more about how awesome they are. And they said here, February 2026 comes with a major announcement for PulseChain. This will fundamentally reshape PulseChain liquidity and officially mark the completion of our phase 1 development. From that point on, billions can flow in and out of PulseChain freely with no limits, and presumably magic carpet ride money too, which if Ethereum goes to the moon, that would be in the billions too, wouldn't it? So there we go. We got development phases. Phase 1 focuses on cross-chain swap and send functionalities between PulseChain and other blockchains. So we've obviously seen all that being ramped up with Railgun and Liberty Shield. Phase 2. And of course with Liberty 2.0. And with phase 2 coming up, we've got plans to integrate additional privacy routes and services, enhance the platform privacy features. And then phase 3 expanding to a full set trading suite for PulseChain, Ethereum, and EVM networks. And that's what we were particularly excited about as well. Apparently they have, obviously a unified liquidity set that they have come up with. And also we're expecting, potentially hundreds of trading options inclusive of what we've already got so far. So some neat stuff happening in that front. Pretty cool. This is an announcement of announcement. Indeed. Billions, you say, says Crypto Annan. Billions indeed, says LibertySwap. Heximan says, you guys are a huge asset to PulseChain. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, brother. Slowly but surely, we are changing PulseChain trading for the better. LibertyX is coming. Yeah, so we've got LibertyX coming as well. And we've also got the wallet coming as well. So just more and more. The ecosystem is going to be massive, and it really is going to be multi-chain, integrated liquidity swapping, bridging, privacy trading solutions. It really is a juggernaut, and I call it the Kraken. Of course, Kraken. Juggernaut's another good name, but there's the play. So huge stuff coming there from the team. Let's scroll back up here. Obviously they got Shield now operating on multiple chains now. PulseChain, BNB, Ethereum, Base, Mega, Arb soon, and Solana. You name it, it's all going to be there. So we're expecting that to continue to expand. I did an article on that yesterday on the big launches. So we've got a few things there. Just scrolling through some of this, see if we've got anything new. You can go through, read all the other messages, but we're just trying to find the main ones there. Are you ready? PulseChain? Yeah, this is 2026. So they're teasing some of the big stuff coming up for LibertySwap. Liberty Shield SDK will be available to developers on bot blockchain as well. So this is coming up. The vision is clear. Any blockchain can allow its native assets and stablecoins to be shielded into Railgun. And from a single Railgun balance, users can unshield or swap assets into any other supported chain. One unified anonymity set for all blockchains. So very exciting times coming up for that. Earn money by PCock. Oh, earn money by PCock. Wow, once that could be crazy stuff. All right, so you're going to earn more money. They got more products coming. They're going to earn more fees and buy more PCock, earn more PCock, build up the LP. Simple meaning: hand me all your cheap coins, my dear friends. Pulse, Hex, PCock, Zero, Zen are criminally undervalued. So we've got some fundamentals there around the price. 58 minutes ago, this February, we complete phase 1 of development, connecting PulseChain with 40 blockchains, instantly in and out. We are now testing LibertySwap 2.0, integrating new cross-chain components, make PulseChain great again there in PGA. So this February, completing phase 1 of development, connecting PulseChain to 40 chains, instantly in and out, and of course, with a lot of privacy modes in suit. Will LibertyX be merged with LibertySwap version 2? Very soon, says LibertySwap there. So, lending applications coming, RV forks, a lot of DeFi that can hook into a lot of different things there. It'll be pretty amazing into a V2. All right, so some nice stuff there from the team. So not only are they rolling out new products, but showing us how bullish things are moving forward. So pretty exciting stuff there. Very exciting indeed. All right, just a moment. I got to answer the door here. I'll be back in 1 minute. All right, so that's some pretty exciting stuff, and we're going to finish off with Neil Vatishias with True 2x numbers, and it looks like we've got day 34. We've got 268 billion pulse so far in True 2x, so congratulations to the team there. Total deposit 3.88 million. That includes all sources. And we've got miners almost at 19,000, so 18,954 total miners, looking pretty good. And they've got 26.3% ownership of the Emmett single side staking pool, earning EDI from the 4% of the reflections there. So True 2x looking pretty good. True DeFi, of course, about to launch soon the True Farm with collab with Kairos. So that could be, we've got about half a dozen farms, so that could be the new latest leading farm out there. So keep a look out for that. Going to be pretty exciting there. All right, I think that's it for the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Pretty awesome stuff happening with the old PulseChain, and LibertySwap leading the way there. Richard has been particularly active, so it's a good sign, in social media. So he's working on things. So we've got the pump tires upgrades coming. So yeah, good times ahead. We are waiting for some of the big up launches as well. We've got obviously Vault 369, the big multi-chain, multi-collateral liquidity fork from Fast Abdul. We've got CoinWell from Rack and Michelle, a big DeFi ecosystem and liquidity stablecoin there too. Triple Dad working on that, along with CoinArchy coming after that, presumably. So that's all play. Coin Mafia, of course, still ramping up. That is a marathon, not a sprint. And then we've also got an update from Stu coming out, I believe, this weekend around Tetra. Possibly Signum will be included. They'll be very bullish. If that is included, then that opens up for an update from PUSD ALGO from Jacob. And of course, we've got Jacob with his own ecosystem with the Mafia game, on-chain bet, and on-chain bet, and what's the last one? PSD ALGO, yeah, the stablecoin requiring Signum Oracle. So some heavyweights coming. So we'll keep a lookout on there. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Hit the follow button on X as well. And don't forget, if you want to join Strategy Club and get all the latest intel, passing intel in there all the time. It's also a great education as well. The links in the video description and also pinned to the top of X, just over $1 a day to join up to that Strategy Club. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.